So as your farm gets bigger in Farming Simulator 25, you might need to pull some heavy stuff. To do that, you're going to need a large tractor, or two, or three. What's your favorite large tractors? I'm going to show you my 5 favorite large tractors. Let me know what yours are. Okay, starting here with this case, if you're on a budget, okay, but you need a large tractor, this puppy is great. It is a mod. It's for all platforms. Let me show you on the menu, the Case International 9380. Okay, you're going to load it from the mod hub. If you sort on Case IH Steiger series, you're going to see it. Sort on case and you'll find it, or large frame. You're going to find it. Looks like this. There's a particular way you want to configure this so it will work great on your farm. Let me show you what that is. So if you don't do it right, you won't be happy with it. So let me show you. Okay, the first one is the engine setup. Okay, now the minimum here for 73,900, you can get 360 horsepower, and that's okay, but it's a little slow. Okay, 17 miles an hour, 16 or 17. Let me show you. If you click on over, you got power shift modified with 550. You got synchro shift with 468. Notice there's no charge for that. So if you're just getting the base tractor, you may as well get that for 468 over 360. However, keep going, because for not a whole lot more, you can get the granddaddy here. And the one you want is the 9380 Power Shift Modified. It has 600 horsepower. Okay, it's going to add $6,000. But be careful, there's another one with 600 horsepower, the Synchro Shift. It is not as fast. Okay, it goes 17 miles an hour, and the one I'm going to show you is going to go 20. Okay, so you want the Power Shift Modified with 600 horsepower. Okay, now I like the tracks. They do have one that you can get over here with wheels, and you can play with that different ways. The other configurations are the same, but I like the tracks. You can get through some narrow places and still have a lot of traction. So we're in the Power Shift Modified with 600 horsepower. And then you want to go down to front weights, and you want to get the front weight, because sometimes the back end, if you put something on there, the front end is going to come off the ground with some of the equipment that I've tried, the heavy cultivators. And 600 horsepower, you can pull just about anything. You can play with the beacon lights if you want, not a big deal, the monitor. But what you want to do is get this quick hitch. If you don't, it's not going to connect to the modern equipment. So you're going to say yes there. That's another 2,500. Okay, so you got the Power Shift Modified for 6,000. You got the front weight for 1,500. Quick hitch for 2,500. So your total is going to be $83,900. That is a bargain for 600 horsepower. Look at this puppy. Pretty cool. Got a nice look. It's somewhat modern. It's from 1995, so it's not new. Okay, it's old. It's like 30 years old, 31 years old. But check this out. And it's not the fastest, but for $84,000, you got something with 600 horsepower. And it does go 20 miles an hour. Not the fastest, but hey, 20 miles an hour isn't bad. All right, let me show you the next one. Okay, if you need a large tractor, maybe you want to pull the seeder that needs 300 horsepower or the planter that needs 350, this might be an option for you. It's part of the Highlands fishing package. It's the new Holland T8050. Let me show you on the menu. It's a great, almost like a big medium to large tractor. Not the biggest, but it's a great bargain. Okay, if you have the Highlands fishing package loaded, you're going to see that. It's a T8000 series, base price $111,800, 281 horsepower. But check it out. For another 19.8, you can have 359 horsepower that will pull a lot of stuff. Okay, that will pull a lot of stuff. And your price is $131,300. Look at this puppy. Nice looking tractor. It's modern. It's a 2007, so it's not brand new, but it's not as old as the Case. Not as powerful either, but if you don't need that big of a tractor, this is a great first step up, so you can pull the big seeder and the big planter And as long as it's not too hilly, it'll pull those fine, especially the cedar. Planter needs 350. This is close at 359. Okay, once you max it out. As long as it's not too hilly, though, it works great. And its top speed is 31 miles an hour. So not bad, not bad. Okay, look at the inside of this puppy. Got a place for my kid to go. My 10-year-old can ride with me. Look at that. Pretty nice. Let's see how fast it goes. Okay, and it goes like it says, 31 miles an hour. Okay, check it out. Suppose you need a little more power than the one we just looked at, the New Holland, and you might want to go a little faster. Your farm's getting a little more spread out. This is a great choice here, the Fendt 942 Vario. Great tractor. Let's look at the menu. Okay, this is standard with the map, with the game, and it's the Fendt 900 series, and it ranges in price from $296 all the way up to 415 horsepower. But what I really like about it is the top speed also of 37 miles an hour. And as an example, you know, since you got 400 horsepower plus, you could pull this large cultivator right here. Okay, because you need 400 horsepower for that. So that makes your cultivating job go a lot faster, and you got just enough power to do it with this tractor. Let's check out the inside. Very nice. Got a spot for my kid also. Nice screens on there. It's got a nice little romp to it. But this thing is quick. We're going to look at his big brother too in just a second. Okay, we are up to 39. It says 37, but it goes 39. 39 miles an hour. Look at that, just that quick. That's awesome. All right, let's look at the next one. Okay, the next one is its big brother, and they're kind of the same, but I'm just showing you this because it's the same, but a little bit more. The Fendt 1000 series. It's going to range from 396 horsepower for $382,000 all the way up to 517. So if you're in the similar boat, but you need more than 500 horsepower, this is the one for you. Okay, and you can always start, you know, at the lower end for 382, and you can pull all those cedars and stuff. And if it's a little hilly and the other one wouldn't quite do it, or you can go all the way up to 517 horsepower for $415,000. It's the same, but it's also going to go 39 miles an hour. However, it hits it a little bit quicker because it's got a little more horsepower. We're already at 39 before I even got to the intersection there. So that's crazy. So if you're pulling something, this is the one to get. I actually did, you know, a lot of people like the JCB here, and I did a test on that. Because it's 348 horsepower, the top speed on this is 43. Okay. However, because the horsepower is so much less, the Fendt Vario actually does better. I did some tests hauling around a farm, and most times the Fendt Vario was quicker because of the acceleration factor, even though this has a higher top speed. Let's look at the next one. Okay, this thing is the granddaddy. It's not the most powerful tractor, but it's my pick for the most powerful tractor. And let me show you why. Look at this puppy. It's the Claas Xerion 12.650. Okay, and it's a big one. This one has 653 horsepower. There's a new John Deere that's got 900 and something. You usually don't need that many. If you did, you could get that one. But check this out. Let's look at the menu. Okay, this has a US or European configuration. The base tractor has 585 horsepower for $595,000. And you can go all the way up to 653 horsepower for $621,500. One of the things I like about this for a big tractor on tracks is its speed, because this puppy goes 30. Look at this. Look at the inside. Very nice. My kid can still go with me. It's got a nice look. But let's check out this acceleration. It's on track, so you get a lot of traction. But it gets up to speed here quickly because it has a a lot of horsepower and high speed. So I'm going 33 miles an hour in a tracked tractor with 650 horsepower. That's just crazy good. Crazy good. That's my pick, my 5 best tractors. But let me show you real quick, if you're on a budget and you want a new tractor, it's hard to beat this one right here, the Valtra. I know this is 7 tractor or 6 tractors, not 5, but it's hard to beat this thing. It starts with 280 for $254,500, and then if you wanted to pull those big seeders, you can get 310 or the planter 370. You can go all the way up to 420 horsepower for $288,000. So it's really a bargain as far as a new tractor goes. It's a 2018 model, so it's a few years old, but it's still very modern. And it's a bargain as far as a new tractor goes. And it goes 31 miles an hour. So I just thought I'd throw that in. So that's it. That's my tractor picks for large tractors. Share this with your farming buddies. I'm Farmer Teacher. I'll see you on the next go-round. Bye-bye.